So we are back, guys. I am totally been sick for the last week. What had happened was I got pneumonia in both of my lungs, um, and I feel better. Luckily, I didn't have COVID, but this weird thing is I think I might have had. So, but anyways, what we're doing is we're revamping the EA houses in The Sims 4. They're not built the greatest, and um, they just don't work and they don't look realistic. And lately, I've been building a lot of homes in The Sims 4 with garages and fake cars and making it look all realistic. But I was actually doing this for the entire week that I was really badly sick and on antibiotics. And some of this it's been break down into 4 or 5 parts because I would I would stop one recording and would keep recording. So this entire build took so long, and I didn't mean to be gone for so long. I just was so sick that I couldn't do anything, and I could barely actually sit and concentrate. I'm still taking a little while to get back on track, and I'm still really foggy in my head. I feel like I'm back on sick mode and I would rather go to sleep. And I'm hopefully I can be back in swing of things next week. But I just don't know. So I've been trying to figure out some quick, easy builds, something that didn't have to redo anything or anything else. A lot of my houses right now looks really empty and not very decluttered, not cluttered enough. And the problem with that is it's just I don't have enough strength right now to look for CC and look for stuff and really work on houses lately. Hopefully I can be back to normal in a couple of weeks, and hopefully I can start feeling a little bit normal. I know it takes about a couple of weeks from a really severe cold to really want to be able to feel like you want to get things done. This house really doesn't look very good out in the world view, but it actually works and it actually looks really decent when it's eventually done. And I really like the way this turned out. To be honest, it's way better than an EA build. You got a baby room with a toddler's room. You have kids' rooms. You have one kid's room with 2 beds. So you can easily have a tiny family in this house. Easily. Maybe you might want to make the garage into a teen's bedroom eventually. You could do that too. Didn't have to get the garage out, but you can make it into like a really cool bedroom add-on-esque. Something I am adding on for a couple weeks from now is furnaces and hot water heaters into the game. I had it before and I'm adding it again. I like realism and I like to add realism things. I've been very badly sick. I've been battling with a really bad pneumonia in both of my lungs. And when I was coming home from Walmart the other day, I was driving around trying to get ideas for homes. And this home actually came into play of the idea of the reason of something that I wanted to make and wanted to build. So that's when I came home and I was struggling. I was struggling so bad. One day I actually thought I was actually going to die because I wasn't going to make it. Tim, he's been a rock. So is Mike, so is my mom. And I literally told Tim to go get me a rapid test because at the time I thought in my head that if I had COVID, I wasn't going to make it. I've had COVID before and it's not pretty. And after finding out that I was COVID negative on 2 rapid tests, but I'm really thinking, I was talking to my doctor the other day, that I might have actually had a tiny case of COVID-19 without even knowing it. With how badly sick I was and how barely I could breathe when I was laying down in bed one night, I was just really thanking God that helped me through what I was going through at the time. And I was trying to not do videos on YouTube, and I was trying to keep you guys as in the loop as possible. But every time when I wanted to try to do something and try to make a video or try to do a quick voiceover, I couldn't just concentrate. My head has been in a cloud. It's in a dust storm. And all I've been really doing is sleeping, not eating at all, which is really weird because I like to eat, and watching Netflix. I think in one day I watched over 10 Netflix movies in one day, which is bad. I'm not just a person that can crawl into bed and play PS5 and just veg out and watch TV and not even play Neverwinter. I think I only played only in 45 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm done. And my head hit the pillow and I went. And something that I hate taking is medication for my colds. I hate being medicated. But that's something that I had to do. Because if I didn't get medicated, I wasn't going to break through this. So I contacted my doctor and I stated, something's not right. I think I have pneumonia in both of my lungs. And I was talking to this guy of how I was feeling. He says, you might actually have COVID. But what does the rapid test say? And I tell him what the rapid test says, negative. And he says, you might be actually have COVID, but it was so early that you tested, or it was so later in your COVID-19 that you actually tested. But he says, let's just get you better. And that's the most important thing is. So he says, we have two choices. We can put you on antibiotics, or we don't have to put you on antibiotics. He says, but I'm scared that if we don't put you on antibiotics, you're not going to make it through tonight. So he says, you got two choices. Go on antibiotics or go in the hospital. If you go in the hospital, you ain't coming out. And I was really I wasn't thinking about mostly my spouse, but I was thinking about my kids. And me being newly pregnant, it's just like, yeah, I gotta go on these pills. I gotta go on antibiotics. I gotta do something. Because if I don't do something, I'm not gonna make it through this. So when I was literally laying in bed and I was literally sleeping and dreaming and talking to whoever I was talking to in my sleep, might have been my dad, that I was actually thinking about what could happen if I didn't make through this. And I'm just about 34 years old. So it's just like my family's, it's not ready yet to let go of me. So when I got really badly sick, I had to think about not just myself, but for my family as well. So after I started feeling a lot better, I started getting into the nick of things. So I would make it like every other day I'd get up and I'd work a little bit on the Sims 4. And some days I would try to make one house and try to work on that house for that 1 week. And I think that's what really pushed me out of the hump of me being really sick. And this entire voiceover, I'm actually really surprised that I'm not even coughing, because this morning I was coughing so badly that I thought that something wasn't right. I was told by my doctor that it takes about another week from being sick with pneumonia to actually have the cough go fully. So yesterday I was actually in the middle of Independent, and someone came up saying, you're not supposed to be here if you're coughing. And I looked at her, and she's my husband's, Tim's, one of Tim's managers, and I says, I'm not contagious. I've been on antibiotics for 7 days. I'm still on them until tomorrow. I'm not contagious. So that's something that really kind of irritated me a little bit, because I didn't really know how someone could actually be so idiotic and so... Okay, Mike, give me a minute. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm doing two things at once. I'm on The Sims 4 and I'm on my PlayStation. But I feel a lot better. And I think when I'm making these homes, I'm actually just done with furnishing. And this is when I just gave up and I went and I laid down. And this is when we're in a totally different video. Like literally, like look, that was just like literally one video right there, done, finished. And now we're back into another video. And I think this is the one that I actually fully finished. Yeah, this is when I finally took the 3 days off. I actually just took a NyQuil, and when I took a NyQuil, it comes in the 2 tablets. So when you take a NyQuil, you can just take a NyQuil and you can go to sleep. Well, I took a NyQuil and I slept for 2 days straight. 2 days straight. I've never in my life have ever slept 2 days straight just from being sick. And after I did that, I woke up this morning and I feel so better that I'm able to just get through this day. Really, I don't really have very much to say about this video. It's just the way it turned out, this house. It made it look like it was another Canadian style home that I was building. And it made me feel a little bit good about myself because I forgot to add a potty share. But anyways, guys, hit the like, subscribe button down below. And I'm sorry I haven't been posting very much. Also, I've been having major errors and stuff while trying to post this video as well. So the video is a lot faster than it usually is. But anyways, guys, hit the like, subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.